Hi everyone, welcome back to Farthest Frontier. It's the year 250. We have 917 population, and the first thing we have to deal with is the invading army. So unlike the previous episodes, I'll leave the explaining for later. The first thing we'll have to do is to deny this patiently waiting army their ransom. Now I should have everything, all the defenses in place, and I'll attempt to do a trick. See if one of these rams goes ahead in front of the army. I'll just get a couple of soldiers. I'll take them out of the fort and I'll wait here in order to destroy the rams. But we'll see. There's actually two vectors of attack. The main army is here, but also there's like a small contingent on the other side waiting here. I don't think these guys will be a problem. They don't seem to have a ram or anything, so they shouldn't be able to get through. I'll actually add a couple of more soldiers here. Now let's deny the ransom and let's jump into the battle. So it looks like they only have two rams. One is going a bit ahead, so as I said, what I'll do, I'll just get a couple of soldiers and I'll get them out. Now let me quickly have a look at the other side of the town. What's happening here? Okay, they don't have a ram here. That's just a really small group. And they even split into two smaller groups, so there shouldn't be any issue down south. Now, where are my three soldiers? Here. Okay guys, let's go ahead. It kinda doesn't look like there would be more than 100 soldiers here, or raiders. There's 162 are attacking, so not sure where the rest is. That group on the south looked like probably 30 raiders. Now I'm thinking about attacking the other arm. There is already too many soldiers around, so that's fine. If they break through a couple of gates, that's not an issue. I'll keep the soldiers close to the attack though. So yeah, it seems like in here it'll be okay. The first gate has fallen and the ram is already going back. I think I'll return the soldiers back to the fort. Now let's have a look at the southern part. They are trying a little bit here. I might actually take an army from this fort and go help. So 78 raiders have been killed already. So it looks like they'll be able to go through another gate, but then I think that'll be it. Oh, they are retreating already. Perfect, so that was quick. It was easy this time. I noticed they didn't have a lot of heavy armored soldiers. It's these low equipped raiders. They are no match for my army and for the forts and towers. They are retreating already. There's probably no point getting the whole army here, so I'll return to barracks and that's it. 124 raiders killed already. Yeah, I think it's over. Perfect. We can focus on other things. I'm gonna repair the walls. Look, there's like a trail of dead bodies here. I wonder what this lady is doing. It's probably a hunter. Yeah. Brave woman. What if they turned and went for you? I think you should return to your job, same as the soldiers. There's no point of chasing these losers. Now, let me explain what happened since the last episode. So, you probably noticed that I had a jump in population. I played several hours. I actually recorded it, but to be honest, it's quite repetitive. The only new things that happened, there was a version update in the meantime, so we now have a possibility or the ability to create or build a crypt. So that adds 2000 capacity for dead bodies, which is pretty good. As you can see, this town has been running for 250 years, so unfortunately the dead had to be buried outside. The trouble with graveyards is, oh, they can be actually relocated. That's good. I thought you can't get rid of them, but at least you can, it seems like you can relocate them, which isn't that bad. Because they obviously block some valuable land for building. I'm not sure if it's been always like that, that you could relocate them, or whether it's a new feature. Yeah, but that solves the issue. What else is new? Let me think. Yeah, they actually decreased the amount of what do you call it? Entertainment, maybe. Let me have a look what it's called. I'll try to build some sort of amenity building. Yeah, desirability. That's what it's called. So they decreased the desirability of temple. I think the theater maybe limited the reach of hospitals and so on. So I spent a couple of hours just reshuffling buildings because suddenly I didn't have enough desirability and the buildings became derelict. So I had to build a couple of small parks or gardens, like in here. Yeah, this is small paved park. You can see there's quite a few dotted around the town. A couple of medium statues, and eventually I somehow managed to stabilize everything. So within the original footprint of the town, I'll be able to accommodate roughly 1200, maybe 1300 citizens. There's one thing that worries me a little bit. You can see here that it upgrades and then it can't sustain the status, and then it becomes derelict. I'm not sure how this works. Large house, for that I think we would need like tier 3, so I don't know how it could have had enough desirability to upgrade to a large house, and now it dropped so much, just to 39%. Oh, I see. I can actually see it now. It's probably because of the large barn. It's like minus 30%. But it's here. Okay, so that is good to know. I didn't realize that actually barns had negative effect. It's actually kinda logical. No one would like to live near a smelly barn. Okay, let me think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably move it a little bit. And let me... yeah, all the other barns are a bit further away from the town, so shouldn't be an issue. And there is actually 2 here that are in the industrial area, so there is no houses here. Let me have a look at this. Okay, it doesn't actually say what the minus desirability items are. Hopefully none. Okay, so let's release some of the soldiers. I presume I'll now have an issue with the workforce. Oh, 70 laborers, that's not so bad. No. Not sure why I have so few builders though. What's the situation with tools? 81 tools. Yeah, not sure 100%. Let's get rid of the soldiers anyway. And then I'll be able to explain the building projects that I have been doing. Forgot to have a look at the results of the raid, but I think overall it's been quite a successful defense. Now I should have a plenty of workers. $113. Now, what is strange, when you start playing the game, you usually get like 8-10 immigrants almost every year, but it's kinda decreased. Yeah, of course I want to accept 2 new villagers, but I wonder why it's not like 10 or 20 given the size of the town. I think the developers are trying to find a way to somehow limit the population naturally without a hard limit. Now what I would like to have is about 40 builders, so that I can continue with the building projects. So with the building projects, what I've been trying to do, I selected 2 places on the map. Here on the north there was like a small hill, and I think I'll build a small fort on top. You can see that there's already like the basic shape is outlined. I haven't started landscaping from the other side yet. So I'm hoping that if there is an attack through this path or road from the north, they'll be somehow redirected towards the fort, and it'll deal with most of the attack. Now on the northeast we already have this beautiful fort, so the only thing that I improved recently was I added a 5th gate. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this bottom one, just to slow down any progress the invading army or the raiders are making when going up. And now the biggest project so far is this hill on this side. I'll actually rotate it so that you can see it's a huge area, and I had to start landscaping just here outside the walls of the town all the way towards the hill. So this took probably the last 20 years in game to get it to this state, but it's actually not finished yet. I think it'll require even more. That's why I increased the number of builders. Not sure though what this means. Like, why would I only have 3 builders when I've got enough tools and everything? Not sure. Okay, I'm gonna rotate the view back to the default, and yeah, let's start with or actually continue with the landscaping. Now I'll actually rotate it let's I wonder, yeah, I'll probably take it like 1 square behind the path. Yeah, that's plenty. Let's see. Okay, now the number of builders is increasing. So maybe if you don't have enough building jobs, the number actually goes down automatically. Interesting. Now one more thing. Let me explain the situation with resources. In the past few years, I actually ran out of pelts. So I'm gonna risk it. There's actually a wolf den, and I hope I'm gonna get a bit more. I hope, let me see, who is it? Rollard the hunter. I hope he survives though. Oh, there's already... Oh, he's got a... He does have a sword, but he wasn't good enough. So maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Okay. But the wolf is dead and I have now 2 more pelts. I'm also gonna upgrade the building. So yeah, the pelt situation isn't good. I think I'll have to always buy the pelts whenever possible. Now the second thing is clay. I actually have a decent stock and I have some production, but there's the last 3 clay pits available on the map are in here. 1, 2, 3. There's nothing anywhere else. Yeah, and in terms of other resources, let's have a look. I'm producing a huge amount of grain, but I'm kinda slow in milling, making flour and baking. So I'll have to bump up the miller and baking industry a little bit. I'm also quickly running out of iron ore. Originally I think I had 7,000 or something like that in stock. And even though I'm mining, it's still decreasing. With coal, I have quite a few charcoal kilns, but I'm not producing enough, so I think I'll have to build more. I think it's better than mining, because obviously the mine coal is a finite resource, and sooner or later I'll run out. However, with the new forester camps, I can produce almost infinite wood and then make it into firewood, and then from firewood I can produce charcoal. So I think that's what I'm going to do in order to increase the coal production. I'll probably build a woodcutter around here and also a charcoal kiln. Yeah, I think the kiln actually affects the desirability. Not sure whether it somehow affects these temporary buildings or temporary shelters, but it glows red, so probably it's not good. I'll have to do a little bit of landscaping first. Okay, let's do a couple of final checks, and then I'm gonna speed the game up and only slow it down when something significant happens. So in terms of happiness, very high level, almost everything 100%. At the moment I don't have full entertainment, not sure why, if I ran out of beer or something, but most of the time it's pretty good anyway. So we've got 99% immigration rate and 96% birth rate, still very good, and you can see that the population is rising well. Resource wise, looks good. I'm always watching iron. I think I actually consume maybe 100 or maybe 200 iron pieces a year more than I can produce. So I actually have to buy extra. Weapon wise, it's fine. 122 heavy weapons. I like to have more plate armor, but it's quite expensive. One costs 25 iron, so that is a lot, and 8 pelts. I managed to produce 4 last year. Decent, but not great. Okay, let's speed the game up and we'll see how quickly can I actually hit the 1000 population. Yeah, and yeah, by moving the barn a bit further away, it actually fixed the large house issue here. It's the year 252. I've got the first merchant of the season, and that's the sign for me to improve the defenses. The whole last year was pretty quiet. It was the year after the invading army, and yeah, that's the standard of the game. If there is a big raid or invading army one year, it's very unlikely that there would be a raid next year. So we've had a peaceful year. Now let me have a look. We've got 50 laborers roughly available after I've assigned soldiers, which is pretty decent. So in the meantime, I've started with expansion of this side of the town. That's pretty much the only part of the town where I can easily expand, and I'm gonna do that. I'll eventually move the fort up the hill here. It will then have some additional damage bonuses. So I've already started landscaping project around the hill. just to make sure the difference in height is as much as possible to get the highest possible bonus. I'm still continuing with the huge landscaping project here. I think the area on this hill will be probably the two maximum sizes of the landscaping projects. Well, actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like a square shaped hill. I'm still, there'll be a lot of work still to be done. I think the slope in here is good enough that it's not scalable by the raiders nor the villagers. Yeah, so I'll continue with that. On the north, yeah, you can see that it's taken shape as well. I would ideally have more builders and laborers, but then I would have to sacrifice pieces of the industry, which I don't want to do. So as long as I'm generally growing in population, I don't mind that these sort of projects are a bit slower than necessary. I also decided to bump up the coal production industry. So I think, yeah, I'll actually build 2 kilns here. Now let me see if I can find a spot. Did like a landscaping job here. Oh, there. Perfect. So I'll have a firewood splitter here and then a couple of kilns, and yeah, there's a huge forested area here that's maintained by the forester camp. Now, one question for the viewers, like, let me know in the comments, since the latest version I've really had low birth rates for the cattle, and I'm not sure why, because the fodder quality is good, the grazing area is really good. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens, but every single barn has the birth rate limited for whatever reason. So let me know if you know why that is happening. That's been the most limiting factor in the food production, and also pelts and so on. Yeah, see the birth rate again, about 1 a year, even though the stock is healthy, 96%. Not sure why that is happening. That happened since the last patch. I think it's 9.1a or something like that. Okay, let's do the trading. Now I'm mostly interested in buying a ready-made iron. Yes, please. She's actually selling iron ore, but I'm not buying it for this high price. And yeah, I'm not also buying the stone. I have some production still and decent stock. Tool wise, yeah, it's actually really good stock. 110 tools. Now let me see what I could actually sell her. Definitely not coal, I need that. Pelts, no, I don't even have enough. But I think I might sell her some clothes. Let's see. It's just an average price. I'll probably sell her 200. and maybe some shoes, even though I have to be careful. I'm not gonna invest in more shoe production, but this is like slightly above average price, so I'm gonna sell her some, but not much, and I'm gonna actually transfer the rest back. So yeah, I have it already in town's stock. Let me transfer some medicinal roots to town. That's another thing that I'll have to watch for. I only have 20 more in stock. There's no medicinal roots on the map at all. So again, year 252, we've got 953 population, very close to reaching the target 1000. I think maybe an extra year, we'll see. Let's get rid of some of the beer. And yeah, this one is selling iron ore for a bit cheaper, even though it's slightly above average. I'll buy some. Yeah, beer for iron ore. He's also buying cheese, which I already have in stock ready to sell, but it's way far below average price, so not selling for that. Now let's have a look at how the hill looks from this side. Yeah, it's quite nice already from this side, but it will still require a lot of work. I think this is the highest place. I'll have to work on that, and also make sure this side gets reasonably down. Maybe I'll start working from this direction. We'll see if I actually have a raid this year. It's not uncommon that there is actually 2 peaceful years in a row. If that happens, that will be actually better, because I'll let most of the soldiers go and I'll have enough laborers to care for the logistics in the town. Oh, now I have to assign the crops. That's actually something that I haven't been doing for a long time, because most of the farms have been built like hundreds of years ago in the game time. So let me think. I used to have a system. So this one has got a very high frost tolerance, but I don't think I'll be able to okay, impacts fertility 1%. So it actually adds fertility, which is perfect. So after that, this one has got a decent heat tolerance and impacts fertility -1%. Yeah, so that looks like a good combination. Now the next year we could do, this one has got a high frost tolerance. I wonder if we could maybe squeeze something in. Maybe, yeah, that looks good. And yeah, let me have a look what the flux production is. We've got plenty, 4,000. Alright, so not needing flux. So let's actually maybe do the same thing as the first year here. So that won't fit. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's check the soil mixture, so it could go a bit to the left. This one is fine. Fine. Could go to the left. Fine. The buckwheat, if I move it one piece to the left, I think I'll lose that bonus, yeah. But then I'll get the bonus for more crops, yeah, I think 3 versus 2. But I would have to move it way to the left. No, I think I'll leave it. I wonder if I could actually replace one of the buckwheats with how do I delete it? Yeah, there. With either rye, that's got -5 fertility. This one has got -6. Oh, I see, that's quite an impact. How much plus is the clover? 3. Okay, I think I could maybe do rye. Okay. That's it then. Nice, I was still able to sell the beer. And hopefully even more arrives. I'm a bit worried about the iron situation. Even though it's slightly above the price, I think I'm gonna buy it. And sell some beer instead. I wonder what size will I require. For the fort, so it's 4 by 5 it seems. 4 by 6. So I need at least let me have a look. Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's one too big. Yeah, I'll need an area this big. Maybe a bit smaller. Yeah, this should be plenty. And let's also have a look what this lady brings. Ideally, I require iron. Okay, she doesn't have iron, she's got some stone, which I'll buy. And I'll sell her some wood planks, because that's a renewable resource for me. And the pots, the pottery. Didn't manage to sell the rest of the beer to the other guy though. Year 253. I think this year we'll definitely gonna have a raid, so I've already made some preparations, and now it's time for trading. So let's sell him all the cheese that we can and see if we can buy something instead. No, nothing really worth it. I've got a huge amount of heavy tools, so I'm gonna actually sell him some. As you can see, I've progressed a little bit with the expansion of the town. I'm still struggling to level the ground in the castle enough so that I can place it. I would ideally like to place it as far as possible to have maximum reach for the arrows, so hopefully one more landscaping project and that'll be it done. With maximum priority. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to improve the... No, it's too steep. I'll do like probably a separate project after this is done, just so that I can complete the walls. I'm expecting a raid at any moment, so Let's watch the left top screen. Now she's selling a bit of coal, but I've recently improved production, so for me that's sort of a renewable resource. And yeah, she's got a huge amount of iron ore, which I'm gonna buy. I would like to ideally buy the iron as well. It's too expensive this time though. I think that's pretty much it trading wise this year. I'm slowly running out of medicinal roots though, and for the last, I think, at least 5, maybe even 10 years, none of the traders actually offered it, so I'm a bit worried about that. Now we already have almost 970 population, so we're really close to 1000. And room wise, we've got a room for 1260 citizens. I've recently added a row of houses here. So the living room is not really an issue at the moment. I'm gonna build another street over here. And probably add some storage buildings. Yeah, I wonder how much grain do I have in stock? 22,000. And it looks like even the flour production, the mills are catching up, and I'm producing enough flour. $974 citizens. Oh, this one, this trader doesn't bring any useful resources. Let's see if I can finally move the fort. Not yet. Darn it. How many of these landscaping projects do I have to do? I'm actually thinking that I'll maybe just place it here. Well, let's do one more. If it doesn't work, we'll just place it a bit not as I wanted originally. I think I'll start looking for a place for an iron mine. I'm not mining enough. It's becoming late in the year and we haven't had a raid. So I think this is actually a 3rd year in a row without a raid. That's unusual. I'm gonna let some of the soldiers go, but I'm not gonna fully commit to it yet. I'll wait an extra month and then I'll let the rest of the soldiers go. This is just to get a quick bump in the labor. Number 65 laborers. Yeah, that should do for now. As I said, I'll wait a month and then I'm gonna let the other go. Year 254, we've had 3 years with no raiders, complete peace, which means it's close to 100% chance that we'll have a raid this year. I'm gonna get some iron and sell her beer. I think we can probably afford to sell more. Finally, I can place this fort here. Perfect. Oh, and we finally have the invading army. So they showed up after 4 years. I was so focusing on trading that I didn't notice that we had the raiders. Now it doesn't look like 177 are in here, so I'm gonna have to click through all of them to discover where the second location is. They don't seem to be particularly heavy armored, champion guys in here. Okay, here is the second location. Oh, I see, they are just a bit north. And also here. Okay. I think I'll be actually ready to deny their ransom fairly quickly. Now what I would like to do though first here is to make sure that the fort is moved. I'm not sure whether there's any other hidden area. Now there is an opportunity to buy some iron ore and stone. Okay guys, let's deny the claim and go for it. Oh, there's 3 more guards that are picking up equipment. There's an extra here. Okay. Not so quick then. Perfect. We have the fort built here. I'm gonna just add one last bit of... Oh, I see, it's still too steep. I think we can go for it. I'm gonna slow the game down to half the speed. Pick up two soldiers. So that I can deal with the rams. At least the first one. There's one more guy here collecting their equipment. Time to deny the claim. I don't want to wait any longer. There's a third soldier coming here. Now I'm gonna get the soldiers back. We have 10 raiders have been killed so far. Okay, I'm gonna call for help and hopefully at some point I'll be able to cut off some of these returning raiders. Let's see what's happening on some of the other side. Nothing much here. No, it's quiet. All right. 45 raiders have been killed. Quite a few of them are retreating. The most important thing is that the Ram is retreating as well. Oh, I got actually a relic. Perfect. Now, where are the soldiers? Oh, here we go. Going on the paved road. And now they are retreating. I think they know that the army is close, that I would cut them off. 99 have been killed. There's finally some heavy guys here. Yeah, this one is a badass. Heavy armor, heavy weapons. I was kinda late with the soldiers though. Never mind, 110 raiders killed. Let me double check on the other side. Oh, that's gonna be the second part of the battle here. A couple of them went this direction. But there is like a full fort of soldiers and they are coming in just low number. Yep, so not sure what happened to the rest. I think they got delayed with... I hope they didn't kill too many villagers here. Yeah, they probably murdered the hunter. Oh, he survived. Yeah, but they did murder the Wainwright. I'm already starting to dismantle the army. That's the last few of them coming, I think. Okay, another relic. I wonder if I could sell these because I don't need them. If I wanted them, I would have bought them a long time ago. Okay. It's a pity they escaped. Because now I'll have to wait for the results of the raid until they reach the end of the map. Had they died here, that would be the raid over. 129 killed out of 177. Not a bad result. And I am 10 citizens, 10 population away from my 1000 goal. Here is the result of the raid. Raid size 177, raiders killed 133, villagers killed 3, buildings destroyed 3, items pillaged none. Perfect. And we have only 10 citizens to reach 1000 population. Let me have a look at the stock. Apart from coal, we seem to have plenty of everything. It looks like even the iron production has finally stabilized. Firewood. Okay, we are close to winter. So let's build another firewood splitter cabin. Now we have another raid. I kinda hoped I wouldn't have a raid this year. It's 2 years after the invading army, but it happened. Let's bump up the defenses. Now I'm gonna pause the game and find out where they are coming from. Alright, so it's mostly this southern east area. Not sure if there is, and actually here from the area of the castle bit, but they don't have any rams here, so the fort will make a quick work of this, so this area should be fine. And it's 233 raiders. That is quite a lot. With 3 rams in here. Let me see what these are. Some of these are heavily armored guys. This is not gonna be as easy as I thought. Alright, let's keep playing. What I'll do again, I'll select I think 4 soldiers and I'll try to destroy the rams just before they attack. Here they go. Oh, they are alone. That is a huge trail of soldiers. This is gonna be quite tough. So long reaching 1,000 population this year. I think I'll lose quite a few villagers. 994, that is annoying. Who is fighting here? Get the hell out of there. Must have been some of the hunters. Okay, how is the area of the castle? I do believe we'll need help. Not sure if they make it in time. "988 citizens. Look at these fat bastards. Almost immune to crossbow fire. 88 raiders have been killed so far. No, where are you going, guys? I think most of the dead were actually here on the north. I'll need more help. I think there might be 2 soldiers here. Hundred raiders have been killed so far, so 133 remaining. I'm gonna retreat a little bit here, just to get some reinforcements. Here it is, another of those heavily armored guys. I wonder where the reinforcements... Here they are. Okay, about half the way. $142 raiders killed, but I've got some significant losses as well. Can't select the flag now, damn it. I hope I'm not too late that they won't breach the town. $183 raiders have been killed. And they are retreating now. $200 have been killed. Okay, I'm gonna let the soldiers return to the barracks, and I'm gonna stop the chase as well. So here is the result of the last raid. Size 233, 219 killed, villagers killed 22. That's quite a lot. Building destroyed 4. So unfortunately this has prevented me from reaching the 1,000 population. But to be honest, in the last couple of years the growth was quite slow, so I wonder if the game has got some sort of inbuilt limit. I think for the 1,000 population there might be. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish for today. We'll mark it as success, and hopefully in the next episode, if I figure out how to remove the 1,000 limit for population, we'll venture beyond 1,000 population. So with that, take care, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.